Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first lecture of the Professor Rajani Prasanna Endowment Lecture Series on climate change and its impact on public health. In 1 month, the world will meet for the United Nations Climate Change Conference of the Parties in Glasgow. This summit will bring together parties to accelerate action towards the goals of the Paris Agreement and the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. And if I'm right, some of us will be there and join. In addition, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change has just published its 6th assessment report. You all read about it in the news, and there are some worrying results in it, and it makes it clear that we have action to take. We are very grateful to Professor Rajani Prasanna that her endowment lecture series can focus on the timely topic of climate change and its impact on public health. Health effects are a serious issue in the discussion about climate change. They do not show up in the beginning, but when they are there, they have a far-reaching effect. To monitor climate change-related health effects offers therefore the possibility to evaluate the effect of general measures taken to combat climate change. We are still at the moment very busy with the consequences of the corona pandemic. But the topic of climate change is even more important. It will be the next big thing to deal with in the next decades. So for all of the students of MAHE, for all of the researchers of MAHE, I guess the next decade will be called the decade of climate change and how to deal with this. And our job will be to deal with the public health consequences. Professor Rajani gives us the possibility to discuss the effects of climate change on public health with eminent experts. She herself is the former chair of art history at Sir J.J. School of Arts in Bombay. She has influenced several artists as a teacher, as an art critic, as an art collector, and especially as a trustee of the K.K. Hebbar Art Foundation. She also is an avid philanthropist focusing on health and education. This endowment is one among the many initiatives which inspire the faculty and the students of MAHE and, of course, of the Prasanna School of Public Health to pursue impactful research. This endowment also aligns with the interest of our primary benefactor, Mr. D.A. Prasanna, who is the spouse of Professor Rajani Prasanna. And of course, yesterday was his birthday, and I think this is a good occasion to say happy birthday to you, D.A. Prasanna. And thank you for all what you have done. But now this is the part where your wife plays the major role.
Yes.
Professor Rajani, thank you very much that we can hold this event today. It's an honor for us and all who are with us. The experts from today come from 3 different continents. Isn't this great that it is possible by online to get them in real time connected? Would we have thought that this might be possible 10 or 15 years ago? Even if we cannot meet in person at this corona time, I think that is a new era that is coming up, that we really can work together real time, live, and discuss. I will introduce our eminent speakers, each of them separately, shortly before they will speak. But first, I would like to ask our Vice Chancellor of MAHE, Lieutenant General Dr. M.D. Venkatesh, to present the inaugural address to you. Vice Chancellor, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Professor Helmut Brun. Warm greetings from Manipal Academy of Higher Education, an institution of eminence deemed to be university. We have virtually gathered here for the inaugural event of Professor Rajani Prasanna Endowment Lecture Series. It gives me immense pleasure to be with you all on this occasion. I understand that this is the beginning of a series of lectures focusing on various facets of climate change and its impact on public health. I appreciate the initiative of Prasanna School of Public Health, as I'm sure that this will lead to more academic and research engagements in climate change. I would like to express our sincere gratitude to Mr. D.A. Prasanna and Professor Rajani Prasanna for continuous support extended to one of the youngest constituent units of MAHE, the Prasanna School of Public Health, and also to various other philanthropic acts of theirs which has benefited a large number of students and faculty of MAHE. I'm sure that initiatives such as this will reshape the institution's future as it strives to be a focal point for education and research in public health globally. On this occasion, on behalf of the entire family of MAHE, I wish to extend a very, very warm birthday greetings to Mr. Prasanna. Thank you so much, Mr. Prasanna, and warm greetings from all of us. Since its inception, as an independent constituent unit of MAHE in 2016, Prasanna School of Public Health has been at the forefront of research and education within MAHE. It has brought diversity in the curriculum, student and faculty community. The institution has witnessed a steady rise in teaching programs, active research centers, and research programs in a short period of time since its existence. Students from over 12 countries have experienced learning at PSPH, which is a testimony to its growing international reputation. Prasanna School of Public Health has 5 international endowment chair members overseeing its research centers. It has also become a key player in the global network of research institutions. In 2019, it was represented in the World Health Summit for deliberations in health insurance. Over the next 2 years, I am sure that this lecture series will be a milestone that will lead to more public health-centric research in the light of climate change issues. I hope that the quarterly discussions will lead to answers to several threats posed by climate change globally. We are extremely happy at MAHE to have Professor Jagdish Sheth, Padma Bhushan awardee, who will moderate the expert speakers panel with us today. We also have Professor Henry Falk, adjunct professor at Rawlings School of Public Health, Emory University, Professor Nadav Davidovich, Dean, Ben Gurion University, Professor Purnima Prabhakaran, Deputy Director, Center for Environmental Health, Public Health Foundation of India, along with Mr. D.A. Prasanna and Professor Rajani Prasanna with us today. I would like to extend my best wishes for the success of this event and for the beginning of new research and new dimensions into study of climate change across the country and globally. And I also wish Prasanna School of Public Health all the success in all its future endeavors. Thank you very much, and Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Vice Chancellor, for your introduction and your warm words, especially about the endowment that D.A. Prasanna gave to MAHE in form of the Prasanna School of Public Health. Very much appreciated. And I understand that you won't be able to join the whole session today because of your magnitude of work that has to be done. So we totally understand that at some time you will leave this session.